All right, welcome back to Ask Allison. Here's today's question. I can't walk away from my to-do list even when I'm not working. I'm still thinking about a bill or a referral or a client's progress. How do I shut off? First, I want to thank TherapyNotes for sponsoring Ask Allison. They are the #1 rated electronic health record system available today with live telephone support 7 days a week. It's clear why TherapyNotes is rated 4.9 out of 5 stars on Trustpilot and has a 5-star rating on Google. TherapyNotes makes billing, scheduling, note-taking, and telehealth incredibly easy. And for you prescribers out there, they have recently introduced ePrescribe. So if you're coming from another EHR, TherapyNotes makes the transition incredibly easy. They import your demographic data for you free of charge so you can get going right away. By now, by more than 100,000 mental health professionals trust TherapyNotes. Go to therapynotes.com and use the promo code ABUNDANT for 2 months free. So I'm going to steal this answer from my private practice life balance course. If you want more, you can dive into the whole course over at abundanceparty.com. Okay, so I see this as layered. One layer is systems related and the other one is emotional. So let's start with systems. If you have a solid system for billing, you know it will get taken care of, so you don't have to think about it. When it arises, it's a quick, oh yeah, that gets handled on Tuesdays, or whatever system should relieve it. It's easy to obsess about referrals if you're not yet to a place where you can count on them. You can't control the referrals. You can control what you do to bring in referrals. So if you have a system for that, you can lean back into that. Like, I'm working on that blog post, or I have this networking meeting, so you can recognize the ways in which you're working towards that goal. A client's progress isn't your responsibility. Your rumination about it is not likely to hasten it. So if you feel like you could be doing more impactful work with them, joining a consult group or seeking regular supervision can also take some of that pressure off. You can think about the client, then remind yourself that you have trusted colleagues to discuss it with next Wednesday. The vast majority of the struggle, though, that's emotional. So we're going to go there. See if the obsession is truly just rabid interest, or if it's strategic avoidance of some life thing that you don't want to feel. Like, really search yourself. In the past, I thought it was the thrill of all the business stuff. But as soon as I got really still and quiet with myself, I got walloped with unresolved grief and realized work was protecting me from that. I tested it. I'm not the exception to the rule around ignored feelings disappearing. So you're probably not either. You're going to feel your feelings until you feel your feelings, right? If you're not someone who gets these rushes of inspiration often, and it makes sense given your priorities, then indulge it. If you get really excited about work, ride the wave and enjoy the work. Then when you're feeling less motivated, there's not pressure to force as much. Get to know your own ebbs and flows until you can trust that they're going to balance out. If you're someone like me who generally stays motivated and needs to rein it in, I want you to fill your life with more fun. Like blah, blah, blah. I know. But seriously, if you have a hobby or an interest that is even slightly more interesting to you than your work, then you can more easily switch your inappropriately timed work thoughts to your interest. I'm learning to play the piano right now. I suck at it, but I'm learning to keep doing something that I suck at. I will sometimes in the past, like, I'd imagine rearranging furniture and decor in rooms I knew well. We had to also in our household institute a no work talk as a home limit for a while because every conversation that I started with my partner was business related. Not talking about it helped me think about it less. I also spend less time talking business with my business geek friends and more time talking about life and what else we're about as human beings in order to reinforce this. When we're talking business all the time, it just feeds the fire. So now that we have better friendships, and if I really need help fleshing something out, I can go to them and vice versa, but it's not the only reason we're talking to one another. And I have more balance as a result, and so do they. And I have a weekly mastermind that I'm a part of that helps me when my mind wants to hold on to work thoughts. So my advice to you is to implement some systems and then be still. Let the work thoughts come up, see if the systems help, and get to the underneath stuff, because there's likely something there. All right. That is more long-winded than usual, but I care about this a lot. I want you guys to have fun, pleasurable lives, not just successful businesses. For the private practice life balance course, join us over at abundanceparty.com. Today's free worksheet is from the Build the Right Practice course that's a part of the party, because it's pretty hard to have, to be able to shut it off if you never determine what you're working towards. If you're really clear on what you want and you're building the right practice and you are clear on the steps towards those goals, it's way easier to check the boxes and be done for the day. I'm going to link to that worksheet to make it easy. And I want you all to be more clear about what you want. If you have any questions for Ask Allison, please shoot me a DM over on Instagram, where I'm abundance_practice_building.